Hey everybody. So I just wanted to pop in really quick and say, hey, I was actually just finishing up all the stuff I have to do to get everybody taken care of before I go to bed. And I was just doing some thinking and wanted to pop in. Sometimes when I do my lives a little bit later, I get more people that join in. And with that being said, if you hop on, if you'll just shoot me a comment so I know you're here. I'm running low on some topics for my live videos and blogs and stuff. So if you have any questions or anything you want me to discuss or help you with, let me know. So a couple of things that I was kind of just thinking about tonight is first of all, I am a mess. You can tell, because we are hardcore. And so we had a great Zumba class tonight in Pelion at the United Methodist Church. Hey, Jennifer. And I mean, pouring sweat, just a good class. I think Natalie's Fitbit said we burned like 657 calories, something crazy. It was just a really great upbeat class, a lot of fun. I hate that I feel like the rain kind of kept some people away, and I hate that. But anyway, a lot of you know we're doing this 100-day challenge. Well, a lot of us get together after Zumba to do our walk. Well, it was pouring rain, and we were like, it's okay. We're gonna do it anyway. So I think there was about 5 or 6 of us. We headed out in the pouring rain and got our mile. Well, we did about a mile and a half. And now I will say the rain had us moving. And so that is why I have raccoon eyes and crazy hair, because my hair was all on top of my head and I'm soaking wet. So anyway, but all of that brought me to one of the topics I wanted to talk about. And I really had hoped that more people would hop on tonight, and I know it's late. So what we may do is talk about this more another day, and that is the topic of excuses. So as we got going, the further into our walk we got going, the harder it was raining, and we were just cracking up about it because, it's like, what are you going to do? It's just water. It's fine. We were joking about we should have brought shampoo and just being silly. But April was with us, and she made the comment. We always take a picture after our walk, and she said that we should label our picture "No Excuses." And I didn't think about it much. And then tonight I was taking care of the kids and getting everybody ready for bed and trying to get things where I could eat dinner and get myself ready for bed. And I got to thinking about excuses. And I talked to... No, I'm not talking about you, Jennifer. I'm talking about everybody. Everybody's got excuses. I got excuses. You got excuses. We all got excuses. So no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about just general excuses. So Monday night at water aerobics, one of my students was talking about excuses and how this lady's wonderful. And she started coming 2 weeks ago or so. And so get this. So I have to brag on her a little bit. This lady is awesome. She drives to Swansea for my water aerobics class twice a week from Irma. 45-minute drive. She drives to Swansea twice a week for water aerobics. And I'm like, honey, I can probably help find you something a little closer to home. And she's like, no, I like this. I love this. And so I thought that was really, really cool. And that made me feel really good. And she's just a great lady. And I'm so glad that she does do that. So that was like one of the things I was like, wow, she has found something she likes. She's found a group of ladies she likes. She's found an exercise she likes. She's found something that she can stick to, and she is refusing to make excuses, even in the amount of time it takes her to get to me. So I thought that was really cool. And then we got to talking, and she said that she had been following me in my journey for a long time. She'd been following my classes, basically online, and she just never had come, and that it was constantly an excuse, you know. And then this is all coming from her, you know. There was this, there was work, there was kids, there was activities, there was this, that, and the other, and there was always an excuse. And that this summer she had just made a decision that she was no longer going to make an excuse, and she was going to get to some classes. And I thought that was really cool. And so between that and us joking about the rain and getting our walk in and talking about being hardcore and not having excuses has just made me think about excuses. And so I guess what I want to know is, what are your excuses? What are your reasons for not changing something, anything? You know, what are your reasons or excuses for not eating better or not going to a class? And whether it's my class or Joe Blow's class, I don't care. What are your reasons or excuses for not going to the gym? What are your reasons or excuses for whatever? Because I just want to know. I just want to know what you guys are thinking. Because there was 30-something years that I constantly made excuses for myself. It was this, it was that, it was I'm too busy, it was I have too much to do, it was I'm tired, it was I work, 60 hours a week, it was I like sitting on the couch, it was I like the food I eat. It was always something. That was my reason. And when it came down to it, I realized, for me, I'm not speaking for anyone else, it was just sheer laziness. I was enjoying life sitting on the couch and doing nothing. And that's not okay. And so I had to stop with my personal excuses and say, okay, what is more important? And I think having kids, for a lot of people, having kids becomes an excuse. For me, having kids, it was no longer an excuse. It was a reason. They were my reason to stop with the excuses and prolong my life, because I wanted to see them grow up. I wanted to see them graduate high school, college, get jobs, get married, be here for grandkids, etc. So my excuses then turned into reasons to do something. And so I guess that's my personal story. And even since that moment that I decided enough with the excuses, it's time for the reasons. Why am I doing this? It's been a roller coaster. I've had really good times. I've had really bad times. I've still made excuses. Thankfully, because of you guys, one of my hashtags that I use all the time is "You Make Me Better," because you do. Knowing that you guys are watching me, knowing that you guys are going to be asking me questions and opinions and looking to me for challenges and to push you, it pushes me. And so I have to constantly stir myself up and keep pushing to find the reasons and not have the excuses anymore. This summer, it's already proven, we're like 2 or 3 weeks into Alex's summer, and while he was in school, it was a lot easier to go to the gym for me because the gym and his school were close to each other. Well, now, because I'm not driving up and down the road every day, I'm finding it harder to get to the gym. Well, that was an excuse not to, get my fitness miles in. And it's like, wait a minute, that's dumb, Yes, I love the gym. I do. I love it. I hate the drive, but I love it. So I went ahead and got myself a bike for the house, for these rainy days that I can't get out and get my miles in on foot. I can sit and watch the shows I love, whether it be Grey's or Criminal Minds or Gilmore Girls or whatever, and I bike. So instead of sitting on the couch for an hour, I'm biking. And so I'm not going to let my favorite shows become an excuse to be a couch potato when I can sit here and bike or sit on the floor and stretch or whatever. And then it's like, well, there's the gym, and how am I going to, do my resistance and strength training if I'm not getting to the gym? Well, come on. I train other people. I can certainly do it for myself. So, I have to let go of all those excuses and find the reasons why. Here's the deal. I'm gonna wrap this up. So I'm gonna talk about excuses more. I want to do kind of a part 2 to this. And I want you guys that watch this video after it's done and posted to comment with your thoughts, your questions, your excuses, anything around the topic of excuses. Open, transparent door about excuses. Anything you want to say. Let's just be honest. Let's just talk. Let's talk about the feelings of guilt. Let's talk about, it's raining. I don't want to go to Zumba. Let's just talk about that stuff. And Jennifer was talking about getting home late and then having to cook dinner. And, it's interesting because I read or I hear and I see these things and I'm like, but you could do blah, 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 blah. And I tend to, as an instructor and as a coach and as, your biggest cheerleader, when I see these reasons and excuses, I immediately want to try to help you reach your goals and not use those as a reason not to do whatever. So, you guys just watch this. I had hoped more people would log in, but maybe we can get more tomorrow. And we'll talk more about excuses and reasons why you do things and reasons why you don't. I wrote a blog a couple years back about finding your why. Why are you doing this? And I think that has a lot to do with it. If you find your why and you can be solid on that and you surround yourself with the people to keep you accountable and keep you challenged, you'll find that the excuses float away and you just kind of keep trucking along. So, just know I love you guys. I'm your biggest fan. I'm your biggest cheerleader. I'm with you. And you guys do make me better. So please don't think that it's like, Melissa's talking about me. It's like, when you go to church and the pastor's talking, you're like, he's reading my mail. No, I'm not reading your mail. This is just something I was thinking about today, actually, while I was bathing the baby. I was like thinking about excuses and just all the reasons why we can figure out how to not do what we need to do for ourselves. And that, it's not just classes, it's everything, as a mom, and you guys are moms, a lot of you, we'll find every reason not to take it easy and recover and rest. And we need to do that. We need to stop and rest. And someone made the comment to me the other day, I was really tired because Ben's teething, etc. And they're like, well, why don't you take a nap when he naps? Because if you aren't at your best, how are you going to take care of him and Alex and everybody else? So it was like, okay, I need to quit making excuses not to rest. I need to lay down and take a nap. So it's not just getting to class or the gym or eating right. It's knowing when to rest, knowing when to recover, knowing when to say no, knowing when to say yes. It's a lot of things. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But I want you guys again just leave me your comments and your thoughts about excuses. I want to know it all. I want to know what you think about excuses. I want to know what excuses you have used. I want to know what excuses you do use. And I just want to know everything. This is just an honest, open, transparent talk about excuses tonight. And what I want to do is tomorrow do part 2 and answer your questions and tackle your excuses and just kind of get your feedback. And the last thing I want you to do is tell me what time is best for you to join in, because it's no fun to just ramble on and not have you guys kind of, you know, giving me feedback. So, oh, I got Michelle here. Oh, Michelle, you're going to have to, when I post this, have to go back and watch the beginning because I was talking about you. She says, I have so many excuses. I have excuses for my excuses. Girl, I know. I do too. I do too. You know, my biggest excuse right now, and I've been joking, a lot of you have heard me say this, you know, I'm working really hard to lose the weight I gained with Ben. And I figure I got until August 18th to use that as an excuse, that baby weight excuse. After August 18th, it's been a year. And then at that point, it's just fat. And it's got to go. It's not baby weight. It's fat. So y'all better cheer me on this next 2 months so I can get these last pounds off. Michelle, you are Facebook Live famous. Yes, you are. Anyway, so you guys, like I said, watch the whole video. Go back and watch the whole video once it posts. Give me all your comments on excuses. Comments, questions, thoughts, etc. And then tell me what time is best for you to log in and actually chat with me live. All right, I'm out. And speaking of rest and recovery, it is time for me to go to bed. So we got 2 water aerobics classes tomorrow. I'm excited about teaching. We did arms last night, so I'm thinking it's either going to be full body tomorrow or maybe core, because we did a lot of legs last week. So we'll see. You can tell me what you want to do for water aerobics. Tell me your favorite exercises for water aerobics, because you never know. I'll slip them in. All right. Y'all be good. Leave me your comments. That's it. Bye.